It's finally here. I finally got it. I have been waiting for this camera for quite some time. Ever since it was announced, I was like, I gotta have it. This is the C80, the Canon C80, and this is my first-hand impression. I'm going to try and answer that question. Is it any good? Now, for those that don't know me, my name is Reggie Bana, the owner of RBS Media Productions. And on this YouTube channel, I like to talk about all things related to the business of photography and videography and anything in between. So if this is the type of content that tickles your fancy, then don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. So with that being said, let's jump right into it. All right, can I tell you a little bit about why I was so hyped for this camera? I was previously using the Canon R5 for all my video work. Now, that is a phenomenal camera, and in 2024, it's still a monster camera. But as I started doing more and more work with clients and recording interviews and just jumping into the world of video creation, I started to realize that there were certain things that I needed for my workflow. And for the most part, the Canon C80 is exactly what I needed. All right, so now it's time for a spec dump. The C80 boasts a 6K full-frame back-illuminated stacked CMOS sensor. This camera has triple base ISO at 800, 3200, and 12800. It also has Canon's RF mount. It could record internally 6K 30 FPS in Cinema Raw Lite and 4K oversampled from 6K in codecs of XF-AVC, XF-AVC-S, and XF-HEVC. The camera has Canon's famous dual pixel autofocus. It also has built-in ND filters, an SDI port, 2 mini XLR ports, a timecode port, and all the regular video features that come standard in other cinema-centric cameras. Wow, that was a lot. So let's talk about the ergonomics of this camera. The LCD is nice and large and extremely responsive and snappy. It has a panel lock mechanism that sort of locks the screen into place. And I know that the C70 had significant problems with this LCD screen, becoming floppy and weak over time. So I have to say this is a significant improvement. Now, when I'm in direct sunlight, sometimes it can be a little difficult to see for sure, but I haven't seen a camera that doesn't suffer from the same exact problem. The C80 isn't a box style camera like a Red camera or any other cinema camera. It feels like a bulkier Canon R5. And I have to say, to me, it feels good in my hands. I feel like the weight is manageable, and sometimes you get smoother footage when your camera tends to be a little bit on the heavier side. So it's really not a deal breaker. Overall, it feels great in my hands, and I love how there's several 1/4-inch mounting screw holes in the bottom, solving a previous problem that the C70 had. Now, let's take a look at the back of the camera. This wheel to control the ISO is horrendous. I mean, I don't know who the hell thought that this was a good idea to make it this small and this easy to move. I find myself changing the ISO frequently because of it. And this control ring right here feels so cheap. It's almost like it's made out of really cheap plastic, which is wild because this camera costs over $5,000. Everything on this camera should feel premium as hell. Why does this control ring feel so cheap? And another thing, what's up with 2 SD card slots and no CF Express Type B slots? You know what's funny? I knew about this before I picked up this camera, that it only had 2 SD card slots. I didn't sweat it. I didn't think it was that big of a deal at first, until I had to get a high quality V90 card to shoot and record in 6K. Then suddenly I realized how bad it is. For example, a SanDisk CF Express card that has 512 gigabytes costs approximately $160 at the time of filming this. So that means you can get two for approximately $320, give or take. Now the SanDisk Extreme Pro V90 cards are worth $350 for one at the time of filming this. So we're talking $700 for two cards that are considerably slower than the CF Express Type B cards. Make it make sense, Canon. But let's get back to the ergonomics of the camera. Due to the structure of the camera, some controls are hidden behind the LCD screen. To be honest, I don't find this to be an issue. I think it's an ingenious way to save space on the camera. But I will say another thing that I have a problem with is the mini XLR ports. Why does it have to be mini? Why not just make full-sized XLR ports? I need to get an adapter for my regular XLR cables just to adapt to this camera. That's annoying. But listen, are any of these really deal breakers? Absolutely not. This camera is fantastic. I absolutely love it. And let's talk about the video quality that you get from this camera. I think it's excellent. You can record in C-Log 2 and C-Log 3, full frame and Super 35, and apparently it has 16 frames of dynamic range, allegedly. What's really been hyping me up are the little things. For example, having a tally light on the front to show me that I actually hit the record button. That's huge. I have sat down and thought that I recorded 20 minutes of video only to realize I never actually hit the record button. I'm sure I'm not the only person that this happened to. And the audio preamps of this camera sound so crisp that without any post-production changes, it sounds pretty damn good. And then let's talk about battery life. Off of one charge, I can get several hours of recording time, which is absolutely amazing. And if I really need to, I could always power the camera via DC input. So I don't even need to use the battery if I can find an outlet. Oh yeah, and how can I forget? This camera also has a dedicated timecode port. So if you're doing any type of multicam setup, then you could easily sync all your footage using something like the Tentacle Sync. It's fantastic. I'll be the first one to say it, this is not a perfect camera by any means. It has some really stupid design choices that could easily not exist. But overall, as it stands, it fits my needs perfectly. And I can't wait to use it more so I could give you guys a full and accurate review. Tell me what you think. Are you guys actually going to scoop this camera up? And if you've enjoyed this first impression, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And if you made it this far in the video, as always, I just want to say thank you for your time, and I hope you're treating yourself with love and respect. And until next time, peace.